Hi, I'm Weird Bushman, and I wanted to make a video on how to help new players into the game, and even people who are playing the game currently, but just want a better introduction to the game. This is focused to more newer players, but even if you played for a decent amount of time, this video can definitely help you and help you have friends be introduced to the game easier. So if you have a friend or you want to learn about this video, definitely watch this video and it will hopefully help you. I have over 6 years of playing time in this game, and I have played for a long time, and I intend to use the knowledge that I've had and found along the way to help newer players get into the game. I will have hopefully a new episode that you can watch along in a certain order that goes from new to experience. So later on down the road, you will learn what experienced players actually already know, step by step, if you're willing to just watch a short video on it. However, if you don't want to watch certain parts, there are timestamps inside the description that you can skip to. So if there's certain parts you want to hear or don't want to hear, it is in the description. I will be talking about Survivor and Killer accordingly, but also separately. So in the description, I will clarify if it's Survivor or Killer. Just sit back and relax. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the knowledge I'm about to give you. And if you want to, consider liking and subscribing. If you like, it will let me know that you want this kind of content more often. If you subscribe, it will keep you up to date with this kind of content and more that I throw out on YouTube. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and we'll get right into it. So first thing I want to talk about is what is Survivor and Killer? What is their goals? And what is your job as a Survivor and Killer to do to play the game of Dead by Daylight? As a survivor, your objective is to not be killed by the killer. Do the generators to open the gates and get everybody out safely. You can unhook survivors by going up to them, unhooking them, healing them, and you can also do gens with them. By getting out of the trial, you'll escape with them. However, make sure you don't leave before your team is fully out unless the situation is kind of done with and you have to leave the trial. Obviously, this is the simple side to see the game. However, this is just what I have to talk about because there are people who might watch this who literally just got the game and want to watch it just to get a good introduction to the game. As a killer, your objective is to kill survivors, stop them from doing generators, stop them from healing and doing anything I named before. Your objective is to prevent it from happening and also hooking the survivors to have the progression go very quickly and confirm that state on the hook. You can leave them on the ground to bleed out, but it takes a very, very long time, and it's less likely that they will die in that way, as there are many perks to counter this. However, you will also negate perks off the hook. That is the simple introduction to both. However, both have a similar objective, and that is to apply pressure to the other side. Dead by Daylight is more a game about time than actually killing the survivors. You can kill one survivor. However, when you don't pressure the rest of the team enough, they might be able to get out. However, they might get very, taking advantage of the moment, try to save that one person, and maybe you'll apply pressure to enough of them, but it's more likely that you will want to apply pressure to everybody equally to win the match. As a survivor, you want to apply pressure to the killer by chasing, and as killer, you want to apply, pressure by chasing. So most of the time, Dead by Daylight is experienced in a chase setting. Therefore, most likely you are going to either want to run something that happened in the background, like a generator slowdown perk, or for a survivor, you're going to want something for gen progression. However, to help in the chase scenario, you're going to want to run something that is going to help you in the chase, along with killer. Usually running a little bit of everything as your perks is the best way to do things. So, next I'm going to talk about what perks should you unlock for killer and survivor. So when it comes to deciding who to level up in Dead by Daylight, you usually want to lean to killers with very strong perks or perks that are different, that you can try out depending on the playstyle you want. However, you want a little bit of everything. There are base teachable perks that are universal that can be used on anybody, and there's personal perks that are specific to survivors. Personal perks will only be used on that survivor for a limited time. Then you can level them up to what's a Prestige 1, which is hitting level 50, and then spending 20,000 blood points accordingly. Personal perks can actually turn into base teachable perks that anybody can use. Therefore, you can basically stack up your perks and make it so you can use them on different characters. whether it is a survivor or killer, it works the same way. So when it comes to who you should level up first, there are a lot of characters to pick from. However, I'm going to pick killers and survivors that I think are the best to level up, but depending on what you want, maybe there's a character you want before this, but these are just ones I would recommend doing first. It's up to you what order you want, but this is just my personal take. For survivor, I would definitely level up Meg or Feng first, as both of them have very good perks. Meg has 2 meta perks. They're a little harder to use, but still very good. Fengmin is a little bit more beginner friendly, but still very good perks. They're not as strong as Meg's, but still very, very good and a lot easier to use. So either one is very good. Claudette, I think, would be probably your last priority, but still a good one to pick up, as she has very good healing options. For killer, I would definitely lean to the Hillbilly or the Hag, as Hag has a lot of good Hex perks, and Hillbilly has a lot of good Chase perks and Knowledge perks. These are definitely the ones I would lean to for their perks specifically. As for kind of a second option, I would definitely do Trapper or Nurse for their perks. When it comes to playing the characters as a whole, I would definitely lean for the killers. I would definitely lean to playing one of these ones I've named, but good ones to pick up as a killer as a whole would be probably the Wraith or the Doctor. However, the other ones are kind of a do-it-your-own risk kind of thing, and just your personal preference. Survivors are all the same except for their perks at the beginning, and there's no actual difference other than the models and the Grunts of Pain. When it comes to locked survivors, and when you're wanting to get other survivors in the future, I'm going to assume that you don't have money to spend, and that you're going to want a character that is non-licensed, because licensed characters you have to buy, you cannot unlock. So if they are an original designed by Dead by Daylight, you can actually unlock them. So for Survivor, I would recommend doing Kate Denson and Zarina. Kate Denson and Zarina have very good perks, 2 of them being meta, and I would definitely recommend leveling up these characters for Survivor. For Killer, I would do Clown and Deathslinger, as they also have good perks to pick up. Just keep in mind, these 4 characters are in 2 DLCs. That is because Clown and Kate, Deathslinger, and Zarina are in kind of the same category and the same DLC. So if you want to buy them, I would recommend getting the chapters Chains of Hate and Curtain Call. Just letting you know, Chains of Hate and Curtain Call, in my opinion, are the 2 best beginner-friendly chapters you can buy. These have good perks, good characters, and they're very beginner-friendly. In case you're wanting to buy DLCs, I would recommend these 2 chapters first. If you want to buy something else, that is totally fine. It's just I think these perks and these killers are both very good for beginners. You've reached the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you in the future. I know it can seem complex and overwhelming at first, but I promise it gets easier. And I hope that this video helps you and people down the line that you maybe show this video to, because it can seem very complex, probably to most people. But yeah, I hope this definitely helps you in progressing the right way, spending your blood points the right way, and just understanding the game in a new light, because quite frankly, the introduction tutorials built into the game kind of suck. So this is just a video I want to throw out to help those new players. So I wish you luck in your matches, and I hope they go well. Definitely play a few matches to get into the game, and I hope you survive in the fog. But thank you for watching. Drop a like if you want more, and consider subscribing.